Well, it's been quite a night here in Gothenburg. Rain was falling from just breakfast time onwards. It rained all day, but the boys were determined to put on a good show on a track which didn't cut up. It stayed pretty firm, but as the rain continued to fall, the riders were a little bit nervous, understandably.
Yeah.
And if you missed the start, you were in deep trouble. But we saw some good racing as the meeting progressed. Kenneth Bier looking impressive, and later on the rain did ease off. Magnus Zetterstrom 8 points from his opening 3 rides. Who would have thought that? And the racing became fast and furious as the track improved, but Jason Crumb, 1 point from his opening 3 rides, was in big trouble. Emil Seifertinoff continued to get stuck in, Hans Andersen worked hard, and Chris Holder was consistent throughout. But it was no major surprise when he reached the semi-finals. The fans were enjoying it. Terrific atmosphere in this big venue. Magnus Zetterstrom with plenty of fans, but a big crash, Hans Andersen and Chris Harris late on in the meeting. Thankfully both riders were able to get up and walk away from that, but Hans Andersen was excluded from the restart. He wasn't happy about that, but the referee was pretty determined, stuck by his guns as you would expect. Greg Hancock at 39 years of age led the Grand Prix for a long time. Jason Crumb bowed out on 7 points, still had an outside chance at the semi-finals. But Hancock and Gollop with terrific respect for each other, and Magnus Zetterstrom went out with a big ovation from the Swedish fans in the semi-finals. Fellow Swede Andreas Jonsson sneaked into the semi-finals and the final, and Thomas Gollop and Kenneth Bier really winding it all on and emerging as a shock contender to go forward and win the Swedish Grand Prix. Celebration time for the dynamic Dane, and now he believes he can become world champion.